let's go to the. This is going to be mainly between probably you guys because I don't follow this as much, but I'll get my quick thoughts on it and then I'll let y'all bash it out. The Spider-Man debacle, I suppose.
Oh, here we go.
Which debacle?
Spidey, let's get ready to rumble. All right.
No, we're going to do respectful, so no Fox News style fighting where we're all yelling at each other and then somebody yells about Christians and then we're all sad. My thoughts on The Amazing Spider-Man 2. I'm kind of annoyed Andrew Garfield wasn't given a chance to like at least prove himself in a movie with the cast. I think he was an okay Spider-Man. I'm going to say I think he was a better Spider-Man than, was it Tobey? Who was the other one?
Maguire.
Maguire. I think he was a better Spider-Man than Tobey Maguire, only because Tobey Maguire didn't look like he was 17. Tobey Maguire looked like he was like this 23-year-old dude that was like got held back in college, like in high school a few years, and now all of a sudden
diarrhea when he was crying.
But I think they should have. I understand why they axed Amazing Spider-Man 2. It didn't do well. I don't care what you guys think. It didn't. It made money, but it didn't do well critically at all, and that's enough for them.
It didn't do well both ways.
Yeah, and that's enough for them to be like, okay, here, take the vote. I think they should have given Andrew Garfield another choice because I've looked at their front runners. I'm not impressed. I don't.
But Sony wanted to keep Andrew Garfield. Marvel didn't because Marvel wanted to go with a real young kid.
Because Marvel is spiteful. They are so spiteful when it comes to this.
Kevin Feige is an asshole. I'm just going to put that out right now.
What Marvel's been doing to X-Men is just complete spite because they.
What about Fantastic Four?
Oh yeah,
they canceled the Fantastic Four books.
They're just spiteful and just angry that like the X-Men movies do so well because they're actually really good. But they're just like, fine, you know what? Have your movies. We're just gonna kill you off and everything. And you know what? We're gonna retcon Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch so they're under our idea, bitches. It's like this level of spite I've never seen before from a company.
Well,
it's hilarious.
Let's get this straight. The films are good now. We went through a really bad period.
We did. We had like a small little like waiting period. Like they were good to X-Men 1 and 2, and then we had 3 in Wolverine, and then
you know what? I wouldn't even say it like that. I would say that like
3.
I would say that, you know, X-Men 1 happened, and that was, like, super mediocrity. Then X-Men 2 United happened, and that was fucking awesome.
I think so, like, X-Men was, like, the first...
no, see, you just got those two mixed up.
No. X-Men United takes a shit on X-Men 1.
Well,
then there was no third movie. It never happened. It was like a dark age.
There's no Wolverine standalone.
Then there was a Wolverine cartoon.
And the Wolverine was awesome.
No, wait, we haven't even reached that.
Wait, I have a question. I actually don't know. Who owns the Deadpool movie? Is it Marvel or is it Fox?
Fox.
Oh my god, I'm going to be so pissed.
Well, no. So far, they're doing a really good job. But why?
No. I mean, like, Marvel has to be furious that they are getting the Deadpool movie because you know Marvel's been wanting to add that character forever. He fits so well with what they're trying to do, and Fox is just like, nope, he's a mutant. He's with us now.
Well, let's not jump forward.
Yeah, Spider-Man. You guys talk about it. I've thrown my thoughts on it.
You already know. I hated the movie. There are very seldom things that I like about it. Now, I was ridiculously happy when they canceled it. Jumping for joys. I went on like IGN posts and stuff, just creating utter carnage for the sake of it. That's it, just to piss other people off. Now,
because you're a piece of shit like that.
Hey, I didn't even hide the fact when I put that post. I was just like...
He doesn't care.
I was just like, let me taste your tears.
Honey Badger don't give a shit.
Let me taste your tears. This is wonderful. I posted
it's easy to post shit when you hide behind a mask.
Hey, you little bitch.
Hey, I already say I'm the weirdo with a mask. Freaking, I posted like this picture, I think, of Tobey Maguire with Andrew Garfield. He's like, it's okay. I used to be Spider-Man too. And just like, watch the clusterfuck. It was amazing. Now... I like Garfield, right? I find him to be problematic, more as Peter Parker than he is as Spider-Man, right? I wouldn't mind him being in the MCU, but to infuriate and just see the AMS fans irate, I am glad that he is not part of the MCU. So it's kind of like well, I had to go through this, so now I'm taking all you down with me, even if I want to see this guy in the MCU. I'm willing to sacrifice that just to see everybody pissed. So there's that. I look forward to him.
I can make my point.
I look forward. Shut your mouth and let me have my turn. I look forward to him being. I look forward to him being in Civil War, if he is, and he very well should be, and his solo movie. I've been seeing the runner-ups, the rumored runner-ups for actors, right?
There's only 2 left.
Yeah. What is it like?
Asa Butterfield and Tom Holland.
Yeah, which I only recognize one as the kid from Hugo.
What is there? Either one of them the kid from Ender's Game? I know he was one of them.
Yeah, that's Asa Butterfield.
Okay.
Yeah. Originally, I mean,
He's a good actor.
I thought that they should have had Logan Lerman.
Thank you.
He looks like Peter. He looks like a great young Peter.
Exactly like him.
The perks of being a wallflower proves that he's an amazing actor. Yeah. So I don't know why they just won't even put him up for consideration. But
all of these Spider-Mans look so young.
Because they're going with him like being in the latter half of high school. So I get what they're doing, and these are really good picks. Like I just happen to pick Logan Lerman because I think he's the superior pick, no pun intended. But I think they'll do a good job. From what I've been hearing, it's been positive things. I'm really looking forward to seeing the new suit redesign. I don't think they should fuck it up too much because if anything, one of the very few right things that they nailed in AMS2 was that suit because it looked so good. So good. It is the closest thing they're probably going to get to perfect. But yeah, I want to see him in Civil War. Look forward to his new movie. You already know my pick, but the runners up, they're pretty good so far in my book as well. And I hope that they don't alter the AMS2 suit too much because that's as comic accurate as you're possibly gonna get.
All right, Storms, you're the big Spider-Man person here, so
okay.
Never.
First of all, I care less what anybody thinks. Okay, if Joe likes Spider-Man 3, that's his opinion, and he doesn't need to answer about that opinion, no matter how much we make fun of him. Because at the end of the day, if he pops that Blu-ray in, he enjoys it, that's fine. And that's the way I feel about Spider-Man 2. I care less what anybody thinks about that movie. Okay, I pop it in, I'll enjoy it more each time I watch it. Now, I will tell you this, Spider-Man 2, in my opinion, was not a bad film. Amazing Spider-Man 2. Okay,
you were confusing me there for a second.
Suffered from bad promotion. They promoted that movie. There was 3 villains in that movie, and there was only 2 villains. Okay, Rhino is not a villain. In the comic books, he never plays a huge part. He's always the guy that just kind of gets beat up in the beginning or the end of the book, and just
that's what worked about it.
Villain. Okay, the Rhino was there for comic relief and to draw Peter back into the suit at the end of the movie. That was the only reason why the Rhino was in that movie. Okay, they just promoted it wrong. If you watch the commentary to that movie, even they say it was promoted.
The writers were pissed about it too.
Yeah, a separate department promoted it, and they promoted it wrong. Okay, so regardless, if you are a fan of Spider-Man, you enjoyed the Gwen Stacy scene, you've seen the Easter egg with the 121 symbol, okay? People enjoyed Gwen Stacy a hell of a lot more than fucking Kirsten Dunst, who ended up being more blonde after each movie instead of redhead, okay? So, regardless, okay, as a fan, I enjoy that movie. I enjoy it more and more each time I watch it. Sort of like, I'll defend that like Joel will defend Spider-Man 3, but at least in my movie, nobody dances weird. If Marvel took it, and I already knew once Marvel got it, because they said when they were in talks, they were not going to use Andrew Garfield. It gets me mad, because I think Andrew Garfield had a better range of acting than Tobey Maguire did. Because when Andrew Garfield cried when Uncle Ben died, when he was talking to Uncle Ben about his father being gone. If you've seen the latest scene where he meets his father at the graveyard at the end of Spider-Man 2, and he improv'd all that. Okay, Andrew Garfield is a superior actor over Tobey Maguire, and to feel, just to have him get cut off like that, I think is disrespectful. But I see where Marvel wants to do something younger. Okay, so it ain't like they just got rid of him just for the fact of getting rid of him. They're going with someone completely younger. If they would get rid of him and get someone the same age, then it's a slap in the face, But out of all the 2 actors that are left, the one from Ender's Game is the one I hope gets it. because he looks the most like Peter. I just don't know how well his acting is.
Okay.
Adam, your thoughts?
All right. Now, you guys all know my thoughts on Amazing Spider-Man 2. Okay, I didn't like when I first saw it, but there was always something that kept pushing me back to it. Okay, I saw it so many times in theaters that I just ended up loving it. Every fucking time I watched it, I noticed something new, and it's at the point where I just love it now. It's not, I don't think it's better than the first Amazing Spider-Man. Okay, although I will admit it has better scenes of Spidey swinging around. Okay, it has the best scenes of those, and I love that. Again, I agree with Storms. This movie was marketed like shit, and people keep saying this movie was a goddamn flop. It was not a flop. Okay, the movie, after making its money back, it made over $600 million fucking dollars. It was not a flop. All right, and that's what pisses me off is. The only reason Amazing Spider-Man 3 didn't get made and they sold the rights back to Marvel is because Sony has no balls! Okay, I'm sorry, but I'm not wrong! It is the only reason Marvel got the rights back, because Sony lost their fucking nuts! In the words of a great man, what happened? Did your balls fall off? Yes! With Sony, they fucking fell off. Alright, and now that it's back with Marvel, we're not getting Andrew Garfield anymore, and that pisses me off for many reasons, okay, because, one, this is a kid who loved playing Spider-Man. Loved it. Alright, and, you know, when he first got the role, when it was announced he got the role, he went to Tobey Maguire and asked for his blessing. Okay, and, yeah, Tobey Maguire gave him his blessing, but he turned out to be a much better Peter Parker and Spider-Man than Tobey Maguire, in my personal opinion. Alright, and his acting range is phenomenal. Okay, like that scene with Gwen at the end of Amazing Spider-Man 2 when she died it's so heart-wrenching, and Andrew Garfield sells it perfectly. For now, Marvel has, okay, let's just go to the Marvel thing. Marvel has Spider-Man, and I've made this very clear, okay? I'm very concerned about them having Spider-Man. Okay? Because I'm afraid that everything is just going to fucking revolve around him now. Okay? Because, again, he is Marvel's most popular character, but what has made Marvel Studios so amazing and why I like seeing their films is that they promote the lesser-known characters. But now they have their biggest property, and while they're still making these movies, I feel like all the efforts is going to go towards Spider-Man, and the other movies are just going to end up meh. Okay, I'm sorry, I think that is my biggest concern. Okay, and the thing is, I don't trust Kevin Feige. Kevin Feige is a money-grubbing piece of shit who doesn't care about art. He cares about making profit, about leeching off of us. Okay, and nowhere is that more prominent, okay, than in, you know, I know we're going to go to it later, but I'll just mention this now. Okay, with Age of Ultron, fucking Joss Whedon has come out, since separating with Marvel, he has come out and said that working with Kevin Feige was a fucking nightmare for him. Kevin Feige made him add so much shit in there that didn't need to be in there. He cut out most of what he needed in there to make the fucking story work better. Alright, and yeah, working with him was a fucking nightmare. Kevin Feige cared about just making this movie down to 2 hours instead of a 3-hour epic, okay, so he could have more showings per day and thus get more money. He didn't give a shit about the art, about the final product. He just gave a shit about leeching as much money off of the common moviegoer as possible. Alright? This is why I'm worried about them having fucking Spider-Man. Alright? Now, in terms of the Spider-Man casting, I completely agree with Joel. Logan Lerman should be fucking Spider-Man. Alright? When Andrew Garfield got fired, and I saw the ads online that maybe it would be Logan Lerman or Dylan O'Brien, I'm like, Dylan O'Brien, Logan Lerman, definitely. Because Logan Lerman was who I wanted to play Spider-Man before Andrew Garfield was casted. Okay, he was the one I was always rooting for. I'm like, all right, now Logan Lerman has a chance. Maybe this won't be so bad. Now he's not even a front runner. I am so pissed at this. However, if I had to choose between the two, again, I gotta agree with the guy. It's Asa Butterfield, okay? Because he was Hugo. All right, the movie Hugo is one of the greatest Scorsese films of all time. It was my favorite film of, 2011? Okay, just an all-around wonderful movie. So,
to the point,
as far as the acting range of all of them goes, I think Asa Butterfeld, or whatever the fuck his name is, I think he probably has the most range to play Spider-Man. and I'm looking forward to seeing who gets casted. But again, I'm so worried and skeptical about this Spider-Man reboot. And by the way, I hate the fucking rumored title of it.
The
I've already
Next
told
Avenger.
Joel this. Okay, Spider-Man, the Next Avenger. Fuck you! No, suck a dick.
I
Suck a
didn't know
dick.
that was the title.
No, you know what this movie should be called? Spectacular Spider-Man.
I do agree.
And you know what? If you're gonna make him a teenager, do what they did on that fucking cartoon.
Marvel is so spiteful.
I want that. Marvel pisses me off. Okay, I'm not saying all their movies are bad. Okay, they're certainly not. But yeah, Marvel Studios pisses me off.